I think one of the main things that you need to remember when you're delivering technology programs is that it's really, really important that you're familiar with your content, that you're confident in the technology. If you go into a classroom and you yourself haven't got the confidence around the technology, students will pick up on that really, really quickly and it will turn them off straight away. You need to go in and you need to be really enthusiastic and supportive and just kind of I suppose bring a good energy around technology and set a good vibe, and that way people will actually come in and they'll want to interact with it. So it's really important that you take the lead in actually showing them that technology is a really good tool. Another point I would always say as well is you have to recognise that there will be digital champions in the class. No matter what class I've taught, I've always recognised there's always one or two who have used technology, and they're the champions that you need to encourage to be role models for the rest of them. You can tell your students so much, but when they see their peers doing it, they will take the lead and they will actually be more involved and they'll be more interested because they trust their peers really, really well and they know they're the same as them. So that really encourages the peer learning and support. Another thing for me is to really, really remember that it's a slow process. There's a lot of fears around technology, and if you're going to introduce technology into your classes, it's really important that you also introduce safety around technology. There's a lot of fears about people putting themselves out there, going onto the World Wide Web, and if you can manage that by showing them how to keep themselves safe online, that eliminates some of them fears, so that can support people then to engage in technology. And the main one for me is you need to make it relevant. You need to look at your learners and say, okay, so what is it that technology can do to make your life a little bit easier? For some, it could be their family might have moved abroad, their kids, whatever, and they might need to communicate and they're afraid to take on Skype. You might be introducing that. For others, it might be filling out a tax form online. And for others, it could be just simply going onto Facebook and connecting with people. So you really have to figure out what part of technology will make your learners' lives easier and what is relevant to them. And then that way they can really absorb it and take it off, and that becomes much more meaningful for learners, I think.